Hey guys, Moldran here, and today I want to talk about a questionable but very effective auction house mechanic. It's called taking advantage of the maximum bids of other people. Like the maximum bids are supposed to be confidential, but they actually are not. And there are many people that take advantage of this, and you have to pay more than what you usually would have to pay. Now, in my opinion, this shouldn't work like that. In my opinion, if you place a bid on an item, for example, the current bid is 5 million, you think it's worth 20 million, and you bid 20 million and then no one else bids, you should get it for 5 million and then get 15 million gold back. That's how it should work. But as it is right now, other people would be able to find out you bid 20 million gold, and then they could bid up, for example, or they could bid up to 90 million gold, so actually have to pay 20 million gold just because they knew that was your highest bid and they took advantage of it. But I'm gonna explain the strategies later. And yeah, basically I think this shouldn't work. I even see this as potential exploit, but apparently it's not. I think now it's 5 or 6 months ago that I sent an email to hacks@blizzard.com to like investigate this, fix this, because I think that's a flaw in the mechanics of the auction house. But either Blizzard doesn't check that email, or they didn't take the problem seriously, or think it's correct, or maybe they don't have a solution for it. And it seems like you have to make a video about such things so to get attention. Like it was the same with duping, with the J. Wilson exploit, and even with the 30 gold Act 3 chest exploit. Apparently that one got fixed, but yeah, I think there are way more important things like this one, and yeah, let me show you now. Okay, so for example, let's test this first with a cheap item that's ending soon. Time left. Let's see what I can find here. Just want to find a very cheap item that has a bid. Okay, here. Okay, so this nice Sunkeeper here had a current bid of 16,000 gold. And I bid 50,000 gold on it, so if everything works correctly, I should get the Sunkeeper plus some gold back that I paid too much. Could be 20,000 or even 30,000, something around that. And yeah, let's just wait until this auction is over and then check if I got some gold back. And yeah, that's how it should work. Like people should know that I bid 50,000 gold on it. But the problem, as I said, with this exploit is people would know that I bidded 50,000 gold on it, and they would bid it up, for example, to 49,000, so I get no money back. But here you can see probably no one was doing it on this item, and yeah, I got 20,000 gold back plus the item. Okay, so how does this bidding up to the max bid work? Now let's take an item that's gonna end soon, or here I can just take a more or higher value item. Let's take a ring, for example, with trifecta stats. And the attack speed, let's say 5,540. Okay, I'm going for a bid only, and yeah, I have 3 rings here. Okay, this is a trifecta ring with int vitality, fire resistant plus. Okay, the crit damage and crit chance is pretty high, so I'm pretty sure this ring is worth more than 9 million. Okay, now all you need to do for this is either a calculator or an Excel sheet or a Windows calculator, doesn't matter. And some basic math knowledge. Okay, let's see. Like I hope it's not one of my viewers that owns this item, but I just want to like show how people do this. And if you ever like bid a high, or if you ever did a high bid for an item, just to make sure you get it, but then you didn't get any gold back, even though you expected to get the item plus gold back, then it's most likely that someone bid you up. And okay, now there's only one risk with this method. The first bid that you do could be wrong. Like for example, if this is really the max bid right now, which I don't think it is, but it could be, when you do the first bid, you don't know if this is the max bid or not. But every bid after that, you would find out what the max bid is. Okay, so how does this work? You use the calculator, you enter the current bid, 9,428,246, and you multiply it times 1.05, which in this case is 9,899,658. Okay, then you bid, and it's gonna show you, okay, your bid is not enough. Okay, in this case, it actually was enough, so I gotta find another item. Because yeah, that's what I said, the strategy doesn't work all the time. Like the first bid actually needs to be less than the max bid. So I'm gonna look for another item. Let's take an amulet with trifecta. Okay. Should be a few million, so I don't really want to waste some money on it. And of course, the less time left, the better it is. There's actually also something that I could do. I could just go for time left and take something like 1 hour left. Those are all pretty expensive. This one seems to be like a nice candidate. Dex, Vitality, Trifecta. Or this one. Yeah, this one is even better. I'm gonna take this one. Currently we have a bid of... Actually, Let me take this one. Here we have a current bid of 17,570,460. Okay, again I'm gonna do times 1.05 is of course this number. It's always the same when you do this the first time, and then I press on bid. Okay, bid was too low. We got a target. We're gonna bid this up now from 70 million to whatever. Okay, and then you go search again. Now I'm just gonna get it down to this one item. 6% attack speed, 7% crit chance, 65 crit damage, 107 dex. Just so I can search for it easier. 478 life on hit. I don't think there's gonna be another item with those stats, so... Okay. Now the bid is 19,371,000. So I'm just gonna calculate the last number times 1.05 again. Times 1.05. And it's exactly this number. So it means, okay, I can do another bid for free. And if I calculate now 19,371,432 times 1.05, it says exactly this number. So this means this is still not the max bid. We can keep going. Then times 1.05 again, and we test it again. Times 1.05 is 22,424,000. Again, we can bid without risking to win the item. Okay, testing it again. Times 1.05, bidding times 1.05. Ah, shit. 23,546,097 times 1.05 is 24,700,000. Okay, we can still bid. And again, times 1.05 is 27,257,000. And we can do this again. Testing it again. Times 1.05, 30,051,000. And again, times 1.05 times 1.05, 33,131,000. And again. And just until I'm done with this, it's gonna take a while. The starting bid was 50 million. Now we already doubled it, but the current highest bidder has to pay. And yeah, who is doing this? There are basically 2 or 3 big groups of people that are doing this. First, it's people, for example, let's say one guy wants to sell an item for, let's say, 500 million bid, starting bid, and it's a really expensive item. And the highest bid was 600 million, and then there's one guy that really was wanting to secure the item and bids 1.5 billion. And then the guy that's selling the item is telling his friend, hey, can you please max bid this item? I think it has a really high bid. I'm going to give you 50 million gold if you just max bid it up to whatever the max bid is. And then his friend is doing the same method that I use right now. The guy that bid 1.5 billion just to secure it would have gotten it for let's say 600 million before, but now he actually has to pay 1.5 billion because the others max bidded him. He's gonna get the amulet, but he's not gonna get any gold back, whereas the other guy is selling it for more than it should have sold. Okay, let's keep going here. Wait, I didn't refresh. Times 1.05 is 34,788,000. Times 1.05 is 36,527,000. Still works. And now, one tip, you can do this even without a calculator. For example, if suddenly a number like 50 million shows up, then you know, okay, this doesn't seem like an improvement of 5%. This seems like this is what a guy entered, because a guy usually doesn't enter numbers like that. That's what you can do to prevent max bids on a lower level. But if someone has a calculator, even that's not enough to prevent other people from doing this. Okay, and I'm actually curious now, like what the max bid really is. I'm gonna keep doing that. It's even easier if you just create this in an Excel sheet where automatically multiply the previous result with 1.05 endless, but I can't show this on the screen right now because I want to fraps this, so just telling you the tactics. Hopefully Blizzard is gonna look into this. Okay, still too low. Okay, this looks like a current max bid. Let's see again. The previous result times 1.05, yeah, would have been 42,285,000. I don't know if you can see this because I can't see my webcam right now, but now it says 42 million. So this means if I would do one more bid now, then this would be the new max bid. Like, I would stop right now. Should I demonstrate it that my strategy is really working? Depends on how much this amulet is worth. Like, if I would be sure that I'm gonna be outbid again, I could test this to be verified. And it's a trifecta amulet with Dex, Vitality, and Life on Hit. Okay, let's look for such a similar thing. Does this one have a bid? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna demonstrate it. If I bid now, I'm gonna have the lead. Like, I would stop now. I would have made, for example, if let's assume my friend is selling this, I would have earned him an additional, I think the first starting bid was 70 million, now it's 42. I would have earned him an additional 25 million. And how people do this in practice is, okay, a friend bids it up and then the seller gives the friend 5 million gold. But of course, the big Chinese gold companies, they're also doing this just on a much bigger level. Like, they are flipping items, they are really like min-maxing the usage of the auction house, and that's how they're able to sell so much gold. But yeah, here's the proof. Bid accepted, bid accepted. I would have known like that this was the max bid. And yeah, as I said before, Blizzard really needs to go for such things, because I don't think this is how the game is intended to be played. Like, I always found the auction house should just provide functionality to trade items safely. But I never thought that the game would be about playing the auction house, and we're currently gearing up can be done, or getting the top end gear can only be done by 3 ways. Either using the auction house and doing things like this, or flipping items, controlling the market. I wanna play the game. Like, I know that I have knowledge in using this auction house and making effective use out of it, but that's not the way how I want to play the game. I just want to play the game like in Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and all the other games that I played. And if I would want to play a business simulation, I would use another game. Like, there are better games than this auction house here for that. Second way to gear up is to spend real money on the game, which I think depends on the person. Like, of course, some people have the point of view, okay, to farm 100 million gold, I would need to play 150 hours. To get the money, like 25 euro or something, to purchase 100 million gold, I would need to work 5 hours in real life as a cleaner or something. So of course, I'm just gonna work in real life and then purchase the gold. And the third method is to just be a streamer and do certain things, like I think crafting a while back then it was charging for Uber bosses, selling items more than what they're worth, and whatever. But yeah, hopefully Blizzard is getting notification of this, because I wasn't the only one that reported this. There were threads on the Diablo 3 Battle.net forums also since half a year ago, and the problem is still not fixed. And I think it's about time to make the auction house a better place, and so that your bids on items are really confidential. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll be back.